Good evening. I'd like to open the Board of Health meeting for, what's the meeting?
The 12th.
August 12th, 2025. Call to order the meeting for the Board of Health. This meeting is being recorded and broadcast by our local cable access channel, WCAT, posted on Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. And if anyone in the audience is recording, please let us know. I think everybody's recording. So, our first object for the meeting opening is a vote to appoint Tessa, I'm not even going to try to say your last name,
Obachowski.
as an agent of the board and to act as our health inspector through the shared services grant. This is going to be a vote to appoint. Do I have any questions or concerns on
No, I believe she's already been.
Tessa? Why don't you come up and introduce yourself to
Yeah.
us? Up to the microphone, please.
Hi, I'm Tessa Obachowski. I'm the new Regional District Health Inspector for Palmer, Warren, West Brookfield, and Ludlow. I have 19 years of restaurant background, and I'm happy to be with you guys.
So you're all squared away right now with, you've been running around with Paulina for a while.
Yeah, I've been with Paulina and Emily, who's the health inspector in Ludlow. So I've been training under both of them for the past 2 months now.
You are safe, certified.
Yep.
all the other-
Yep, signed up for all the other trainings, so those should all be done within the next few months.
Okay. Well, are there any questions for me?
No, good.
No? Well, I want to extend our thank you to you for stepping up
Yep.
and becoming our inspector for the town of Warren.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hopefully that we can work together and get things accomplished
I look forward to
in
it.
a timely manner.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
You want to take a vote? All in favor of appointing Tessa as our Board of Health Inspector? A second?
Yep.
Favor?
Yes, aye.
All in favor, roll call vote.
Travis Baker, aye.
James McKeon, aye.
Dan Thibodeau, aye. Motion has been made to accept Tessa as our new Board of Health Inspector. And motion is granted.
Another thing. It's backdate.
Oh, yes, we're gonna appoint, we're gonna backdate this appointment to yesterday, the inspection was, yes. Any other comments, concerns?
No, Thank you. Good luck.
If there's anything you need, reach out to us, because we're gonna reach out to you.
Yep.
We've been in many communications already, and she's
Yes,
very
she's
responsive
already,
and very helpful.
Yep. That's the key to keep responsive.
Do my best.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have Karen McMurray, updates to shared services.
Perfect.
Good evening. Did Jessica print these out for you? Do you have them?
I didn't
It,
bring them.
it's okay, it's perfect. I'll just pass them out. See, I came prepared. The only thing was I did not print them double-sided and I wasted a lot of paper, so I'm so sorry for that. It's too late.
Thank you.
Thank you. So for the past couple of months, I have been sending updates this way. I share them with Jessica. I can CC you guys if you prefer. I encourage everyone who I send them to share them with their boards. And it just gives a broad overview of everything that we have done within the previous month. So this is July's update. And then come September 1st, I will send out August's update. So you can see at the top, I have the list of events that we've gone to. July 18th, we went to the concert vendor night in Dean Park. And you can see all the supplies that I was able to hand out. I keep track of everything that I bring and the units that we're able to bring out. I go into my job, what I've done that month, any classes, any trainings that I've done, and essentially I break down every position and roles the same way. So same thing with Ashley as our social worker. We put the number of outreach statistics that she has completed, and she also breaks it down as to, you know, what town referrals are coming to. And again, I do the same thing with Tessa, and I have the inspection statistics on there. I feel like it takes up a lot of the page, so I don't know if I'm going to change that in the future to make it a little bit more breezy, but I think it breaks it down pretty nicely, showing, you know, if she's going on housing inspections or food inspections, complaints, etc. And then I break down the budget at the end for just status as to where our grant budget is at, what the money's being spent on. I very much encourage you guys, if you have any questions regarding that, you can reach out to me. And then at the very, very bottom, I have events that are coming up that following month, just dates to keep in mind. Something that I think I want to include in this moving forward would be trainings for the board and, you know, health department staff. I know Tessa did the Tier 1 training through Train, and she has to go through all the tiers. I think it'd be really, really great for Jessica to do that. That's online, it's free. It's just slightly time-consuming, so, you know, trying to push that. The state really wants everyone on that same level playing field with knowledge base, so just something to keep in the back of your minds. Do we have any questions regarding this at all?
No questions or comments.
Perfect. You can,
You are providing CPR training, first aid, AED classes.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You are providing CPR, first aid, and AED classes throughout.
Correct. Currently, I'm only offering them or in-house in Ludlow, but I want to expand it. It's just a matter of finding the space where I can do it. So I don't know what this space is occupied with.
It's up for,
Like-
request.
Okay. Okay.
If not here, we have other spaces available too.
Okay. I would love to do that. I can come out 100%.
Yeah, if you're needing to expand out,
Yeah.
I'm an instructor, I can help you out.
Oh, perfect. That'd be great. Good to know. I also went through the car seat safety training, so I can inspect car seats and make sure that they are installed properly. I'm more than willing to come out and do them. I know that I've been in touch with the WIC in Warren, and they are aware of that. I had someone reach out a couple months ago asking about child CPR classes. They never scheduled, but at least the knowledge was out there and shared, so I hope that at some point someone would sign up for a class. Yeah. In other tidbits, I'm dropping off 60 tick removal kits. They've been a hit. Everyone's loved them for your department. So Jessica can put them on the counter, and hopefully people can come and grab them as they please. And we recently got these mailback med bags for people to dispose of any kind of medications from their house. Essentially, you just put the medicine in here, you zip it up, put it in the mailbox, and it gets burnt, gets incinerated. So I'm going to drop these off probably early next week, ideally. In the bags, there are directions as to how to use them. Once they're gone, unfortunately, but I hope that, you know, people utilize them and use them. It'd be really great. Anything else?
One other thing.
Mhm.
On the Narcan overdose recipients,
Do you want some?
I don't know.
I meant to look, there might be one that's missing in there, but
I know.
I don't know if you want to look on your way out.
Oh, yeah, I'll look on my way out.
My question is, what is the lifespan on those?
I can double check. We definitely have Narcan that's good, I would say, into 2026, probably to the end of 2026, maybe into the beginning of 2027. It depends on when the Narcan, like just when Ashley got the Narcan. I know she gets it pretty regularly, and it usually has I would say a year and a half shelf life. So if you had a kit and held on to it for a while, you'd be good. If it's expired, I'd more than willing take back the expired
I'm just concerned
Narcan.
about the ones that are posted around town, if they
Oh,
expire,
I-
how do they get changed?
When we hung them up, I took the dates, so I have a spreadsheet as to any kind of public Narcan box when they are going to expire. So that way we can change it out beforehand. I know we just got a call from the chief of police, and they had someone take it out or to use the Narcan from the box. So Ashley ran over there the same day and was able to fill it up. She's pretty quick about that kind of stuff. If she couldn't go, I would go. So, yeah.
I think I'm good. The only thing is, I know you guys came to usually our Trick or Trunk event. And,
Yes.
I'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
With that date if you want to come to it.
Okay. No date yet?
It'd probably be mid-October,
Okay.
somewhere in there.
Okay.
I'll,
Good to know. Thank you. I
once
appreciate it.
they,
I know you guys had
come for the date.
hot dogs last year, right?
Yeah,
I was
they
going
did
to say,
have-
Tessa can inspect
Yeah,
it for
lots
you.
of deals this year.
Yes, if they have food, yeah, they're gonna.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, I will let you move on and get through the
You're
meeting.
good.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Okay, next on agenda, animal inspectors request to discuss if the town will cover the cost of the rabies pre-exposure vaccine series. An email was sent to Ashley Kraft, the state rabies coordinator for MDAR, to gather more information on the pre-exposure rabies vaccine. The cost is roughly $500 per dose for 2-dose series. Recommendation was made to call DPH Division of Epidemiology, which the inspector did. Advertisement was made to contact the primary, or advisement was made to contact the primary doctor to see if they can order the vaccine. I do know that prior to placing any employee of the town or any employee, period, into a position that they may have to encounter a hazard, they have to have the training for that particular position, and they have to be provided with all of the safeguards of that position, and that does include vaccinations. So this is something that we need to move forward and get taken care of as soon as we can get it taken care of. That is a state requirement. It also falls under OSHA regulatory requirements as well. So, we're in the process of moving that forward, as soon as we can get an answer to the inspector, hopefully we'll be able to provide it. Any further comments or concerns with that?
I mean, the going concerns of having the money for it, we didn't have it in our budget, especially at, $500 a dose, it's a 2-part series.
The requirements go beyond that. If we're gonna post somebody to that position, we have to have everything in place prior to appointing that person.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, if I was to put you into a chemical plant, put you in a position where you're exposed to chemicals, I have to provide you as an employer with all your personal protective gear and training you along with it and how to use it prior to placing you in that position. That's no different than putting an animal inspector into a position where they are exposed to.
Oh, no, that part I get, and I'm not in a disagreement, it's more of like, he's still gonna figure out where he can obtain the vaccine. I think in the meantime, we need to kind of figure out how we're gonna fund that.
Can I speak? When we reached out to DPH and through MDR with Ashley Kraft, she had sent some information that I put in your packets there, saying that the animal control officer is usually the one that gets the vaccine administered, as the animal inspector is usually the one that's more a standoff position. But for our town, the animal inspector is the one who brings the specimen to the clinic. So he does have contact, I
Exposure.
feel like, more,
He has exposure.
Yeah, maybe more than the animal control officer. I don't really know, but whoever is the person that dispatches the animal to, I don't think he's the one that does that, but he's the one that picks the specimen up and brings it to the clinic. So he does have quite the exposure.
Yes. And where we're putting him in that line of fire, we have to come up with a protective measures plan for him. Any further discussion?
I agree. The only thing is the funding.
Yeah. We're hopefully working on that. too.
Yeah. Once that's figured out, I do feel it's necessary. We've already had some wildlife. Didn't have it, but he was asked to be involved.
You guys may have to speak a little louder because that AC is quite loud
Loud.
for anybody else in here.
All right.
Okay, next on the agenda, Richard Demetrius. Discussion regarding septic application permit for 920 Old West Brookfield Road.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. How you guys? All right. Rich Demetrius. Basically, did you go over with the board with what this is about? Yeah. I mean, I took the permit out for you guys' job.
Yeah.
And I did break down that day, and I told you, I still had the permit, and then you said,
Yeah.
we take care of it. And I noticed you guys were doing some work around there where the septic was gonna go. So basically, I just had come down and redo my installer's permit, and I just wanted to see my permit that I took out for this. So when we pulled it out, we found that I took this out in October of '23, and Chrissy Florence approved the system December 9th, '23. As far as I know, the system's not in the ground, is it?
No.
Yeah,
So I don't know what's going on.
We had a problem and we rectified the problem.
What's that?
We had a problem and we rectified the problem.
Well, this is a really, I don't know what you did to rectify it.
No, I'm sorry,
But-
can you just speak up? It's hard with the air conditioner, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know what you guys did to rectify it, but you didn't rectify it with me.
no,
No, so number one, when the Board of Health agent signs off on a approved septic system, these guys can do whatever they want, and my name's attached to it. So I'm the guy that's in this hot seat here. I didn't do anything. I never put this system in, yet the town of Warren's saying I did it. I don't know what you did to rectify it, but that's not rectified in my name. You know what I mean? I'd like to be removed from this.
the system, once we found, well, we had a problem with the, what do you want to call it?
The Title V agent.
The Title V agent. And we kind of took the Title V agent out of the picture altogether.
Well, it's probably beyond that. It's kind of probably criminal. I mean, what's happening here?
It is, but it's been, she's no longer. in
But the
that-
problem is, I'm the guy that's on the hook right now. You know what I mean? My name's attached to something that's been approved that I never put in, I never installed, and I don't want my name attached to anything like that. I've never done this in this town. I've never done anything illegal, and I don't want to be, you know what I mean? So I don't know what you did to rectify this situation on this plan.
We are going to, you're gonna have to take out a new, are you still gonna be the installer for this or not?
I don't know. If you got, I don't think so, because these guys have an installer doing other projects for them.
Okay,
So I'd like to just get my money back on this situation and let them take out, let them do what they want, but I don't want to be involved in something like this.
okay. What do you want?
Well, you already have your permit, right?
The permit's here, but it's been approved and it's already in the file, put away. I mean, the job was completed and done, this was put away.
Are you looking to get a new permit?
No, I'd like to get my name off of this permit. I didn't do the work, I took the permit out, nobody's done the work. You guys didn't do the work, nobody's done the work. Somehow, she approved it, is an approved system in the ground. I called the engineer, he's like, I have no idea what's going on. You better find out, because I never inspected anything, I never did an as-built, I never looked at anything.
Yeah.
So I would just like
I
to,
know there's nothing.
you know, if you guys want to start from scratch, refund my money for the permit, and then there is no installer on this thing, and let them do what they want.
You would come with that?
Like I said, there's nothing built, nothing ever was.
I mean, this is a pretty serious,
Started.
this is a very serious offense by the agent. Very serious.
Yeah, that and a couple of other things are one of the reasons why we removed her from,
But I mean, this should be investigated. This is like criminal. The woman in Boston just went to jail for 5 years for this crap.
but
Yeah, I mean,
Excuse me, so in a few months, I'll have 26 years in municipal government, so I know how the game is played. Obviously, there's some wrongdoing here, and I'd like to know, first of all, what kind of policy the Board of Health has as the elected officials in town for oversight for your agents. Do you have a policy? Is it in writing? Because if he didn't come down and look to see that file, nobody would have known, because Jessica had to pull it out of the completed work.
and I'm not saying
And
these
it's
guys
not-
would have done anything, but if they had the green light to go put it in, you know what I mean? Because it was, I don't know if you guys even knew about it, but if they would have had the green light to put this thing in, and my name's attached to it, and if the thing failed next year, oh yeah, Demetrius did this, and I'd be in court. You know what I mean?
And to get back to my question, does the board have a policy?
I have to find out.
I'm sorry?
I have to find out more.
If you have a policy for
Yep.
oversight, for checks and balances?
Yep,
Okay, that's a good place to start. Also, we're gonna put in a public records request for all of the permits and submissions for septics from October of '23. You should probably go back from the start of, even prior to '23 to whenever your agent left on all the turnovers.
Because if she got paid for those,
I'd like to see how much she got paid.
and they're all wrong, and you gotta have another agent do it, how's she gonna get paid, or they get paid? You know, I mean, this is a big
It
can of
went there
worms.
incorrectly, if this was just signed off.
And if she did take the money, if she did take a paycheck for filing it, then that's another crime. That's criminal. So, I mean, are you guys gonna look into that end of this, or is this just a dead deal?
no, we're gonna have to
That's
look
not
into
gonna
it,
be bad.
because we have issues that we have to look up on other,
And other things too, besides this?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. But, yeah, as long as I can, you know, I can take mine off, you can refund me the $250 that it was for the fee, and these guys are free to do what they wanna
I
do.
don't know about
Right.
Yeah.
funding
We could
since
just
it's
You
resubmit
just
been
resubmit it.
three
So I
Yeah.
would suggest,
permits.
I mean, you have to, you can't use this one, this one.
one.
No, but I mean, regardless, this is an approved plan that's not in the ground, so you need you gotta start over, you
I
know?
had said that,
Like
you
we did
told me
for
that, and I'm like,
101
oh, we're gonna
keys.
call you soon, and
We do
then
like,
they
so
showed up
that
the other
if he
day.
pulls a permit
and
for
then
that
came
Yeah, we were
property,
putting
it
in
kinda
piers for the deck,
washes out.
and they showed up, like, are you
But that's
installing
totally
septic? We're like,
up to
"No."
you guys.
We're putting in
Well, that's why I said, there's no septic there.
So,
Mr. Thibodeau, I would suggest that the board make a motion to remove Richard Demetrius for 920 Old West Brookfield Road and full refund on the $250 on the next warrant. And I want to hear that it's prior year.
We're gonna have a further discussion on this. It's gonna have all the facts yet in our hands as to how far we're gonna go back with this investigation.
And that's great, I thank you, but in the meantime, he should be refunded the $250.
We don't know whether we can refund that going back to 2023 as of right now. I have to check the town.
I know they're gonna say, oh, it's a prior year, so it has to go on a special, and you need 9/10 vote. Like I
But
said,
in this
I'm not
case,
doing
the Board of
this.
Health's at fault. You know, I mean, this isn't my mistake,
No, I
this is the board,
understand.
you know, and so in this case, they're gonna have to figure it out.
Copies in there
Yes,
of the
I
permits and the
understand.
COCs in there, and everything is signed too, just so you guys see copies of it.
There is an avenue for a reserve account transfer that the Board of Selectmen and the Finance Committee can do through a
So
request
it's
from the
next
Board of
page,
Health.
too. That's your certificate of compliance. This page is the form, not the one above that.
Because if you actually look at it on the construction permit, I took it out 10/29. She wrote on the bottom 12/9/23, it, has to be completed by 3 years from that date. And then on the very next page is a certificate of compliance. Because you usually have to fill it out, and then she takes it out and she fills that out, and then she issues you a card, you good for the permit, and it's the same. She said it was installed on 12/9/23, or she signed off on 12/9/23. So,
The signature is also on that one too, just, I don't know if that was forged or what, but his signature is on that too.
All right, I'm gonna have to sit down with the town and pursue this further as to giving a refund or maybe even a credit.
No, we don't want a credit.
yeah, I'd rather refund, because I don't have any systems to do in town right this second, so.
You can ask for a RAT, a reserve account transfer, that's for unforeseen expenses, and I would say that this is an unforeseen expense. And if it's not, that's a bigger issue.
Because regardless, you can't use this application anymore because it's completed.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You gotta start all over.
Solve at 7 might have an idea how to deal with this.
So even if I was to do it tomorrow morning, I couldn't do it because this is already, it says it's signed off. You know what I mean? So nobody can do it until this, because then you'd have 2 septic systems on your lot that you don't have. You got 0.
Remove them from the permit. And then,
Yeah,
as far as the permit fee, find out from
Yeah, we'll have to go
Jim
to
what
the-
avenue he wants.
right. All right, so we'll take a vote to remove you from the permit,
Okay,
and then we'll further go to the town administrator to see if we can get a refund for you.
okay.
We'll follow up with
So-
Jim in the morning.
Huh?
We'll follow up with Jim in the morning as well.
Yeah. All in favor of removing Richard Demetrius from certificate of compliance for 920 Old West Brookfield Road in Warren as the installer, right? As the installer. Make a motion.
Second.
Okay with it.
Okay, roll call vote.
Travis Baker, aye.
James McKeon, aye.
Dan Tiverton, aye. Motion made, motion accepted to remove Richard Demetrius from the certificate of compliance form 3 as the installer at 920 Old West Brookfield Road, which was dated 12/9/23.
Thank you guys very much for looking into this. Appreciate it.
We'll further be in contact with you, Rich, once we get a hold of Tim.
That's also a public records
Jim.
request, if you want to give that to Jessica. We'll give one to the town clerk in the
Just for
morning.
her hours, just to make sure, see if she was paid for all that stuff. Thank you very much.
Anybody else have anything to add?
Dan, as I recall, when I was on the board, we had problems with that inspector too. Maybe, just as a precaution, pull the records as far back as when I was on the board and see how many of those permits she signed off on as if they had already been done. I mean, if she was being paid,
It's kind of,
it's fraud.
yes, it is, but I kind of have a narrow window here,
Yeah.
because I can't exactly say what was installed and what wasn't installed under her tenure. I can only, yeah, Rich,
One thing is, look to see if there's an as-built plan. Because if there's no as-built, then, because there's no as-built in this file.
okay.
I can tell you, I know that she was paid for the plan for that property,
She
but
was
nothing
paid for the
else.
plan?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So we'll pull the files and go through everything and we'll see what we can find out. All right.
Can you send us something in writing too, on this vote, confirming this vote tonight? That he's been removed?
Yeah,
Thank you.
just make sure that Jessica has your
Yeah,
address,
we'll be in touch.
okay? Anything else?
I guess we'll just come by this week or next week and resubmit for a
Yeah,
new
through
permit.
the owners of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We own the property and the septic has to be installed on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta start with a new application.
Right.
Blank slate, because.
Okay, moving on, residential cottage food permits, application discussion, motion to approve. Needs to be added to our fee schedule, application was made in the office. We have a packet on that. Yeah, this one, yeah.
So previously, we were using our full food establishment application, and we've now created a residential and cottage food application, more streamlined to the actual permit. And just the fee too needs to be discussed.
Does this cover, the situations that we discussed over the phone?
What's that?
The other, issues that are cropping up throughout Facebook?
Nobody, there was someone that requested information regarding a residential kitchen. I had requested that they reach out to the planning and zoning department and the clerk's office first to be sure that this can actually be done. And to my knowledge, I believe she reached out, but I don't know, what happened with that one, yet for, planning. She hasn't reached out to me again after that.
Seems like a firecracker.
Okay. There's other people who are calling me up on this.
Yeah, tell them to reach out to the office too.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, some people like turn around and say, look, I can't monitor Facebook, I can't monitor
No.
every social website that's out there that has somebody doing something. So, but yeah, I think this is a good start. This is
That was assisted by, Ludlow,
yeah.
and approved by the health inspector, Paulina and Tessa, along with their health inspector, Emily.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve the application for food-related permits for bar, church, and residential kitchens, and the current permit fee of $120. And do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion made, motion carried. Okay, next one is review and possible adjustment to the fee schedule for food establishment permits.
We just need to
Various
add,
types of, huh?
We're
we
just
need to add
adding
it
that.
to our fee schedule because that is not, residential and cottage food permits is not on our fee schedule.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the addition of the application for food-related permits for bar, church, and residential kitchens with a fee of $120 to our current fee schedule.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion made, motion carried. Okay, revisiting transfer station video. Currently, we were set up twice to do a video for the public on the use of the current transfer station located off of South Street in West Warren. Two recent attempts both failed. One typically because I got caught working, called into work on one date, and the next date, I pre-warned pre-notified the station of our pending visit to videotape the process. She informed me that we should check with Patrick first, who would basically the manager of the station. And I don't know if we've heard back from Patrick.
Yeah, you were attached or CC'd on the email of his approval for last weekend.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Request that.
Because he asked me, and I said, I don't know. I haven't-
Yeah.
He got it too.
Yeah, and I was, I had asked after I seen the email, but then I was, also on vacation that week and
I knew
completely.
you were going on vacation, so.
So one thought I did have, do we have access to the transfer station?
Well, the
when
other
they're not open?
suggestion that she made was because Saturday is so busy down there,
Right,
Tuesday would be a better day.
okay.
We do have access. I have the gate code.
Okay, so we can get it
and go in
anytime.
anytime we want.
We don't need anybody
No.
there to do
That's
it.
probably better, actually.
Well, that's what I was thinking,
We could do
why,
that.
you know, we're able to get into it, you know, when they're not open, and we don't have to worry about, you know, trying to maneuver
Schedule
around
Tuesday or
employees.
Thursday, and get all
Yeah,
the people
Yeah.
there, and cars pulling in and out.
yeah, and then, you know, obviously between us would work and that, like, we can just kinda coordinate when to do it.
Right.
Just keep all the stuff prepared, so even if we're, you know, last minute, hey, I got some free time right now.
So Patrick did approve it,
Yes.
and then we just, we don't know when we have the time to do it.
He had just requested that
Let him know.
no workers.
Yeah.
be
And if we're doing it when
If we
it's
do it when they're not
closed,
there, then we don't have that issue.
yeah, there's no issue.
Okay. All right, so we'll set up something on
Yeah.
a day other than Saturday, Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, Wednesdays and
That's not
Thursdays are my
bad,
current
when it
days,
is outside.
current nights off.
Yeah, I mean, even early evening would be good.
Yeah.
If I know that you're definitely available, and I'm definitely available, we can schedule it maybe early evening, early
Yeah.
afternoon. Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. And Monday. Sunday, Sunday. Okay. Old business, 169 Southbridge Road. Letter was sent to Amy from Wigan
Just
Pest
Amy.
Control Services. Attached.
Now, that's the property with like the half house thing.
We're on the corner of Kai's and Southbridge.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so she has Wiggins pest services, they've set out 8 bait stations. For a total of 48 bait blocks. And they are going to be revisiting or monitoring monthly to check on the activity of the devices. She also stated there's an area, they also stated there's an area to the back of the property with a pile of brush and trees and stuff that should be cleaned up because it's a prime nesting area for rats and mice. So, there's still some work to be done on that property. And she is aware of that. So we need to see further progress on the cleanup of the property.
So we're basically gonna keep following up and making sure there's some
Yeah,
progress.
I'm not happy with the fence that she put up. It's not really a fence, it's like a,
It's more of like a fence you would put around a garden.
yeah,
It's like a 3-foot.
yeah, it doesn't contain the property is what it doesn't do.
There is a lot of signs. She has a
Lot
keep
of
out
no
and
trespassing
trespassing.
signs posted, but again, that's not gonna prevent the property. Overgrowth, a lot of overgrowth will also entice critters and vermin into the area. That rest of the house or whatever is left there, the foundation hole, should be filled in. The last I heard, she wanted to make that a historical area for whatever,
Yeah.
but that has to be put through the historical society. She just can't deem it historical for whatever her reasons are. It has to be cleaned up better than it has been. I mean, there was one or two dumpster loads taken out of there, and then all the action kind of stopped. So I would,
Sorry, can I just confirm from my notes that no trespassing signs being posted on property doesn't cover the liability if someone falls in the foundation, right?
correct. You trespass, but there's no protective fence or anything on the outside of the property to prevent anybody from accessing the property. A 3-foot fence around the foundation itself does not, and it's not even a suitable fence. Doesn't provide what's needed. There's still a lot of junk left in the property. There are 2 buildings, one, as you're going up South Street, it's a little closed-in shed. And the house is towards the downside of Southbridge, located towards the back of the property. There's still, I think it's about a quarter of the house, or the frame.
There's like a back wall too.
And the roof structure that could collapse at any time. If kids do get in there and something jars loose, could come down and hurt somebody. And that 3-foot fence isn't gonna protect anybody from anything.
If you were to do any kind of fencing, you should probably do an L fencing right around the perimeter of your property, right off the
Correct.
sidewalk.
Correct.
That would be the safest thing that I would recommend. Even if it was a higher 4 to 5 foot snow fence, plastic, you know, they sell that snow fence, not a little 2-3 foot, which they got now.
And that's just around the base of the foundation, that's it.
Yeah, this would be circling more of
The
your
entire property.
entire property. That's cover a lot of what's, if there's any hazards, anything. Keep the neighborhood kids out and any other people that would possibly.
As you know as well as I do, stray dog gets loose or a dog gets loose from its owner and runs in there, the owner's gonna go and after the dog, or the cat, or whatever it might be. And lo and behold, they're gonna find him. So I would suggest we get in contact with her and tell her she needs to put a substantial fence around the outside perimeter of the property.
Recommending or requiring?
For the safety of the public, I would require it.
I second that.
I'll make a motion to send a notification to, I'm not sure of her name, the owner of 169 Southbridge Road, Warren, to install a substantial fence on the outside perimeter of her property to prevent entrance by
Animals
animals and
and humans.
humans. Do I have a second?
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion made, motion carried. Okay, next one, 28 Cottage Street. File was sent to town council, a letter was drafted by council, given until August 18th, for written confirmation demonstrating substantial progress to bringing the property into compliance. As of yet, no response from the home. KP Law did send this notification, final notice of compliance required to the owner of 28 Cottage Street. And we gave him, what, 30 days?
To the 18th.
Till the 18th of June of this month.
Believe it was a week, 2 weeks maybe.
This letter stated August 12th. They gave them until the 18th, so,
Which is next week.
yeah.
I just wanted to follow up with that property from previous communications. The homeowner never requested an inspection. That was off of complaints that we've been trying to reach out to him.
Right, but the homeowner itself, is he renting the place?
No, he
He
owns
lives-
it, he lives there, it's a 2-unit. He lives on one side, there's tenants that live on the other.
And have the tenants,
No. The tenants actually did come in stating that they were starting to clean the property, but
didn't go
it
anywhere?
stopped, yeah. To my knowledge, it stopped and it didn't go very far.
Okay, so we have until the 18th and then it goes to court?
Next steps through KP Law are
Yeah, I believe
going
that
to
would
be
be housing
taken.
court. Okay. Okay. Any other further discussion on 28 Cottage Street? Okay, 44 Pleasant Street, letter was sent on July 8th, with no response yet, requesting the homeowner to secure the pool area and contact the office to confirm compliance within 14 days. And as of today, still no response. Correct?
Still no action either.
Okay.
Would you like a second notification sent out?
Yes. And put in there that this notification, there will not be a third will be sent to legal. Any further discussion on 44 Pleasant Street? 784 Old West Brookfield Road, July 30th, a letter was sent, August 4th, the homeowner responded stating he will fill the well and take care of it. Do we know if that's been done yet?
I have not gone by the property. He did mention and state that it is private property.
Can you see it?
You can see the location now that there's
Yeah.
cones, but you can't
See the
see
well.
anything else.
It's marked with a few cones, but actually the cones are still there.
Can we contact him again and have him send pictures if this was taken care of? And there are state laws on abandoned well. I'm sure he knows that.
Yeah, he was given that in the letter.
26 Albany Street, complaint was received June 4th from a resident on River Street to Mr. McKeon while on the highway department. And a formal complaint came in the office. Property was a former DPW yard and sold. Complaint of it looking like a junkyard now, vehicles, trash, and debris. Do we know who owns it?
I'll tell you in a minute.
That's the one on the river tracks.
This is today.
So we really haven't been, I mean, we've got an empty dumpster there, but everything's all over around.
The dumpster appears to be empty since the last
I
month.
was gonna say, I don't think.
Because there was actually trash blowing around, so the dumpster got somewhat emptied. I don't know if it's completely emptied, but it's
I
some-
have a 26 Albany Street INC as the owner. And a 26 Albany Street INC as Inc. as the owner, and a co-owner Ron Cox.
So there's other violations there, such as unregistered motor vehicles on the property. Only allowed 2 by Massachusetts State Code. I see, yeah, I mean, you're only allowed 1, not 2.
So, yeah, one.
I see 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, if you count the trailers, because they're all supposed to be registered.
also there appears to be in another picture appears to be a camper there too.
Is that this one off the side there?
You know, looks like one of the trucks moved from, so that's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
because you
there-
have a truck over here, you have a truck over there, I don't have it here.
Yeah, Chevy flatbed.
Yeah, so
And
this,
that's
these,
another camper, and there's another one behind it.
yeah, so these are the
This picture,
photos
there was one
from,
Something
parked
over
right
here.
here, and the dumpster was full, but it's empty,
And there
but
is a truck
June.
in
that's
there,
it.
and a truck in there.
yeah, so these are photos from June. These are now.
Oh, there's a car in there too. Runs in.
Yes, that was parked next to the RV there, which kind of
Did we, I know that was somewhere we're gonna reach out to the police department as far as unregistered vehicles.
Yeah, I think we should send them over there to take a look. And make a notice for the people who own the property that they have to remove those vehicles. Also look like junk anyway. How close is this to the railroad tracks?
You could see the
And
railroad.
Yeah, I was
railroad
gonna say
tracks
that,
right
right away.
over, probably,
Is there anything
200
impinging
feet.
right away on the railroad track? Because there's a buffer zone that's supposed to be on either side of the rails.
doesn't appear anything from the, like those trailer trucks, as you see here. Anything from there over is in on the train tracks. I know there's an extra, they
Rail-
call it rail spur
siding.
siding.
Yeah, you can see that.
Nothing, I don't believe, is in the way of that.
Okay.
Like CSX would be right on top of that if,
Yeah. All right, so we'll send a notification to the police department, have them check out the motor vehicle issues that are on the property, unregistered motor vehicles, and send a notice to the owner or owners.
Now, should I check with Paulina regarding the steps of this, since it wasn't an official complaint? Like, how do we
Yeah, check with her.
work off of that?
There's no official complaint. But we still can at least notify the police to go and check out the unregistered motor vehicle.
Yeah.
Let's do that, and then let's check with Pauline and see what she recommends. Okay, next one, added, Mr. Allen, came to the office yesterday.
Allard,
Oh,
sorry.
Allard,
Mr. Allard.
yeah, spelled wrong.
Typing a little
I
too
read it
fast.
as I said it's written.
Thank you.
Yeah, spelled right.
Mr. Allard came to the office yesterday to revisit his request for a private cemetery on his property. Request is just for stones, not actual burial. Yeah. We have to, the town is not yet set up for green burials. This is a process that has to go through planning. And I'm pretty sure zoning also. So it needs to start there before it starts here.
Okay, that's even if he was not to do any kind of digging, just put monuments there? What will that cover under?
If you put monuments in place and you're potentially gonna follow the cemetery, it has to go through planning, not a cemetery, but a home burial. I believe it has to be through the planning department before it gets.
So his step would be to go to a planning board meeting and present this, correct?
I don't know if he's gone that step.
I don't,
I don't think so.
I don't believe so, but maybe
I
that's
mean, I
good
know they
to,
haven't I don't think they've discussed it at any of their meetings.
I haven't heard it come up.
It's only come up here,
Yeah.
and that was, what, a year ago?
Yeah. October
Yeah,
2024.
he went to the cemetery department too, and then he kind of steered him in this department, so.
It
It's
should
something
go all the way
more
up.
to
I mean,
it.
it is on the purview of the Board of Health, because I dug into it a little bit and did find out that there are approved, but you have to meet certain qualifications in order for that to happen. And that means soil sampling, and all that, water table sampling, all that has to be done prior to designating it as any type of burial.
Even without actually burying.
The only way, so
So
you
you
may
can't
be
bury
calling it a
in a.
memorial
I-
garden or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue is, yeah, like, you know, because like she said, if he's just putting headstones, there's nothing on that. So if you were just to put headstones there,
That's fine.
you know,
Yeah.
that's no different than putting a statue in your yard.
Yeah.
Right,
But
that's fine, but
if he's looking to have it registered with the state as a cemetery,
As soon as that occurs,
that can't happen
Put on
until
the deed.
all the testing of the ground is done. Because if it's a clay area, you can't bury anybody in clay. Because when they decompose, it's gonna come up in the water too. It's gonna come
I
up.
believe there is a river somewhere
Right.
There's a
And
that
brook.
we
because-
saw previously on.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
so
behind his
there's
property.
other issues that all combine to this that have to be looked at before you can just put somebody in the ground.
I don't know if that'd be like a combined us and planning board, because planning board would kind of need to give,
Well, it also has to be zoned too.
that's what I mean, so that'd fall under planning board to be able to zone, you know, whatever section of
Yeah, it's
property or
pretty-
whatnot.
Right, and it pretty much is gonna be like doing a perk test in the ground, finding out what the ground is, where the percolation, how far down is the water table, what is the soil makeup? You know, if it's sand, is it clay, is it glacier till, what is it? Because there are certain regulations you have to follow for a green burial. And I have those, so I'll pull those in for the next meeting.
Yeah, and I don't think he wants a green burial, but, green burial area, but,
I suppose maybe we can continue this on our next agenda.
Yeah.
Make sure it gets on our,
Yeah.
If I may.
But,
I believe it would have to go through the planning board because you need a type of zoning. It might require a burial vault be put in before a casket can be put in. As I recall, with a private cemetery on a person's property, the property would have to stay within the family and cannot be sold outside the family.
correct.
And the other thing is where it might be located. I believe with that specific request, it would be up Cutler Road Extension. So we really don't know what type of problems we're going to have up there.
Yeah.
it's the backside of Coy Hill.
That is a really protected area right now, because most of Coy Hill is a wildlife refuge area.
It's,
I believe it's up by or behind Mr. Dufresne's.
So that would be within the boundaries of the wildlife refuge. And the wildlife refuge extends all the way down to Route 9 now.
I mean, I could see a lot of problems with it being there.
but his property is not wildlife, I imagine
I don't know
it's
where
his.
the property is.
his property.
I mean, if it's in
It's,
Coy Hill.
It's Cutler Road Extension, on the end of Cutler Road Extension before it gets to, because Cutler Road is broken and it's
Sections.
divided. You can't access, you gotta access it going through West Brookfield again.
Right.
Yeah, and
There's also a bit large solar project right down the road,
Yep.
and then there's a few houses. And then Mr. Allen's property is in that area.
Isn't solar project before David's?
yeah,
Yes, so
Yeah.
Then you have David's and then you have
And then you
Cutler's
have-
past that.
you have, actually David's, and then you have Mr. Allen's.
Past that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you got Sullivan Brook, that's the brook behind those properties that go down to the, end up in that swamp. On the other side of Cutler Road, then it crosses Old West Brookfield Road, where our well, that well that we're talking about is.
Mhm.
So, it's that chain of land there.
There are multiple problems, but it would have to start with the planning board because,
That's why I think it should be kicking out of the planning board's office, so.
because they're gonna have to make the zoning
Yeah.
that we don't have right now.
Yeah. Okay, so let's, carry this over to the next
Yeah.
meeting.
We'll start.
And we'll start
bring your,
pulling, I'll bring in the information
green.
that I have, and, I'll take a ride out to, Cutler Road Extension,
Yeah.
and see if I can view the property.
It is a set way back, you probably have to get permission from Mr. Allen to
Yeah.
possibly look at it.
would you like me to contact him and
Yeah,
have
see if we
you?
get permission to go on the land.
Because you won't be able to see it from the road. But he's, set.
I can do that tomorrow.
Any other further discussion on, Mr. Allen's request? Okay, next on the agenda is Crust and Confections Mobile Food Truck Permit. Application was reviewed by Paulina thoroughly. She then recommended they get approval from the planning and zoning department before initiating an inspection and approval of the permit. Planning and zoning department denied the application and stated that it was prohibited per Warren zoning laws, section 3.23.2. There's an option to appeal in front of their board, but the owners of the business don't want to. A new email was received today with request to refund permit application, and Jessica responded to her that it was non-refundable per our fee schedule online. And I agree with that. They turned it down, it's up to them to appeal, they haven't appealed, so chances are, we know how this will turn out.
Yeah, I did ask them if they wanted to appeal that decision too, and invited them to tonight's meeting, and they said they weren't going to appeal either decision.
Okay. Any other further discussion on Crust and Confections? Is this the one that, is this an actual mobile food truck permit?
Yes,
Because there was one that I read
but
that
this
was looking to be set up on their own property.
That's the one. So it is an actual mobile food truck, but on off times, they wanted to have that opportunity to set it on their property as a, more of a, just a standstill kind of cooling. Everything is prepared in a commissary kitchen off-site and used as a refrigerator 24/7 on the truck. And they wanted to operate that through like a DoorDash or like a pickup service, and that just wasn't approved.
Yeah, it's not,
So the truck was gonna be like
Stationary.
the stationary,
Yeah.
where someone would come and pick something up
Yeah.
at that truck like a
Yeah.
DoorDash.
but then again, you can't, in my eyes, you can't account for shelf life of the food.
Yeah, they were very great with, they had everything they needed and everything was approved and great. It's just the location was the big
Location wasn't
hiccup.
good. Okay. All right, are there any comments and concerns? Jim?
Well, yeah, I guess I can add this one here. Is that how we can word this? I was watching the previous selectmen's meeting. I believe you were at it. And they were bringing up some business about paint recycling,
Yes.
which kind of never really came before our board first. And I was just wondering why it never really came here, and it went to the selectmen.
I believe
Um,
the person who brought this forward, and they came from the town of Dalton,
Yeah.
was aware of the process.
Okay.
So, I mean, we did sit, after he did his presentation, we did sit out back and talk about it.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have the documentation. Basically what it is a program where it doesn't cost the town anything to get on as an a signatory community for the bill. What they're trying to do is they have a certain number of communities all signed up for this,
Yeah.
but they haven't brought it to Boston yet to get it approved, because they want to be able to go to Boston with a higher number of communities.
Community is that?
There's 351 communities within the state of Massachusetts. They want to have the bulk share of that on their sign-up sheets before they go to Boston, so they can say that the state of Massachusetts overwhelmingly wants this. So the state has no reason to turn it away. Okay? So he's looking for people to sign on to this. They approve the sign on. It's not gonna have any effect on the town monetarily or otherwise. What it is it's a paint collection service. And
Yeah,
it's
I get that.
liquefied paint. It's not hardened paint already. Hardened paint can't be recycled. What they plan on doing is collecting this. They have a recycling facility in Hamden.
Yep.
And they take all the paint there. If we want to put something together where we have a facility or a location down at the transfer station for residents to come and drop their paint off, they can come down and drop their paint. Okay? This company will come in and pick up all the paint, bring it to their facility, no transportation fees or anything like that, there's no cost involved. Okay? They recycle 100% liquid paint and cans. Okay? There's also an option where, and we already have part of this set up where we have a, what they call a sharing shed.
Yep.
Okay, you can set something up with the transfer station to allow paints to be put in there, and somebody needs some white paint, they can come down and grab a gallon of white paint free of charge. Okay? So it's kind of they're trying to get the paint out of the system, waste system, and this is one of the better ways of doing it, by taking it and recycling it.
Someone could reuse it in a
And
way.
Right, and they sell it at a reduced rate to hardware stores and everything else. Or the client, or the homeowner can go in and buy a reduced price kind of thing.
Yeah, I understand the process and the presentation is great. I just want to see, moving forward, something kind of like that get presented to us first rather than,
Yeah, and that's one of the
It's-
things I had talked to him
Okay.
about afterwards.
yeah. Well, no, I'm not that
Yep.
individual. I'm any across the board of anyone from the recycling to any kind of,
But I think
Septic.
what his main drive was to get the community to sign on to this, the select board to sign on to this. And that was why he came to the select board prior to Board of Health.
okay.
You need the approval of the town governing body first. Anything to add?
No, I mean, the only thing I'd say is maybe something, talk to like Griffin and the selectmen, maybe at the very least, if, something like that gets proposed,
something,
put on the
yeah.
selectmen, at least, if, whatever
Always
information they can,
notify
us.
forward on to us, so, we can look it over and, at the very least, one of us can make sure we're at the meeting to,
Yeah,
You
because
know.
it was a great help that you were there to say a few points and, say you weren't there. I wouldn't, you were there, but, well, no, you have, you never know.
then you should run
And
downstairs.
I did point out that, we have a hard time getting a hazardous waste space set up in this
Yes.
town. And then we did partner with North Brookfield
Thank you,
to get one set up
Yes.
for them.
Brookfield, yeah.
And, that may not be able to happen again in the future, so this would be something that could take the place of that.
Yeah.
And could happen right here where the town could bring it right to our own facility. And it doesn't have to be at a transfer station. It could be, we set up a station, maybe a DPW yard on a Saturday, and everybody comes on and drops their paint.
Yeah.
That may come into effect of like permits, people will have to be permitted to do that. Unless you wanna talk about like a one-day permit again through the transfer station.
Well, yeah, that would be up to us on how we want to set that up.
Yeah.
But the thought behind it is to make it free for the public to get rid of their paint, their old paints.
Maybe it could be stationed like here.
Yeah, we would station here in the back lot, or whatever.
Or highway.
Yeah, highway too.
Yeah, in the parking lot.
And,
Do you know
just
if
bring
they-
it down, their truck is there, and then they drive away at the end of it.
I was gonna say, do you know if they provide storage for
They do.
the paint?
They do. So, I mean, we can leave a container here, we fill it up, they come with their truck, pick it up and go. Or we schedule a day for them to come, they come with their truck and everything gets loaded into their truck and go again. It's, according to this gentleman, there's no fees involved at all. So,
Just
Yeah,
the
you
request of someone.
did a great
being
job with the
there.
presentation, and it can be seen on
yeah.
a video, past video for selectmen's meeting.
Mhm. So, well, right now, it's just in its infancy stages. You want, they were basically here to get approval, a sign-on from the town fathers or the town council, to, in their endeavors to get all, potentially all 351 communities to sign on. Or as close as they can get to that, and then present it to Boston.
Sounds good.
Anything else?
No, speaking of the hazardous waste day, any news on, with North Brookfield?
With an official date, you mean?
Yeah. or-
It was said in November, I believe, like 15th or something. He said that he would email me with exact dates when they have it, but he said it was definitely mid-November.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
gonna send flyers. and everything?
Yeah, he prepares all the flyers and everything for us to post. It just hasn't started yet.
Okay.
Any other comments and concerns?
The only other thing is, August, I've ran into a few, bees nests, ground, and,
Speaking of which, bees
there's-
nests.
bees nests and, ticks. This month, usually August is the, kind of the peak
The
of,
peak of the season.
so make sure you check yourself for ticks, as we have some
Tickets.
tick kits now, and bees.
Yes, I was driving home the other day, and I saw a diamond traffic sign on the opposite side of the road. So it was facing oncoming traffic. I didn't know what the other side of the sign said, but the back side of the sign had a whopping size, it was attached right to the sign, bees nest to it. I mean, this thing was like a football and a half. And it
And-
was attached to a traffic sign.
Yeah.
So they're out there.
Yeah, the ground ones are the worst one right now. You're burrowing in the ground and trying to. You hit one of them, you're gonna.
Wood ones that are all over the porch of our house, like, seems like I find, one little burrow hole
Probably.
and,
Yeah, wood bees.
yeah, and I clear it out, and then 2 days later, there's another one, like,
Yeah.
it's like, where are you guys coming from?
Just to be aware of that this time of year. That's what I got, I think.
Got anything, just? All right, moving on, want to take those,
All right. Make a motion to pay the following bills and payroll. Dan Thibodeau, monthly stipend for July, $208.33. August, $208.33. James McCann, monthly stipend for July, $208.33. August, $208.33. Travis Baker, monthly stipend for July, $208.33. August, $208.33. Animal inspector, Ryan Davis, July, $100. August, $100. Quabbin Analytical Laboratory, these are for the water tests. July invoice, $325,
June.
or June.
Just
June.
last fiscal year.
Yeah, the June invoice of $325 paid last fiscal year. July's $260. August, health inspector invoice FY25 $900, that was paid in the last fiscal year, $900. Cheryl Walensky, health agent nurse, April through June, which was last fiscal year too, $250. Town of Warren sewer leachant for July, $90. Slim and Berthium's sewer, July, $300. Barton LaJudas monitoring. Those invoices, we don't have any for those. Burnett's trash removal for July, 750 $719.50. August 2025, $719.50. Solid Waste Solutions July invoice, $235, 2,350. August invoice, $2,350. Chris Jones, plumbing inspector, $2,047.50 for finalization of inspections. Those are the bills. Do I have
I'll second that.
to approve?
Anything?
Questions?
Barton and the result.
No, not for July or
Did
August
they,
so far. It could be coming out in a couple days, I just
did
haven't
they
received
start
it yet.
the work at the landfill?
I don't know if it's been initiated, but they know we have the funds.
We have a deadline.
Yep, October of this year, it needs to be finalized by, for the replacement of the 6 monitoring ports. Well, ports, yeah.
Yeah, we have to all be installed. And then the top of the solar field has to be regroomed.
Yeah.
All right, so motion was made, you did make a motion, right?
Yep, my motion to, yeah,
Second.
just try and second.
Motion made, motion approved, for bills. Anything, or? And make a motion to approve minutes from 6/17/25. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion made, motion accepted. Schedule next meeting date for September 16th at 6 PM. Anybody else have that?
That works.
Yeah, works for me.
September 16th.
It's Tuesday, right?
Yes, it's a Tuesday. And for that, we're going to hopefully revisit Mr. Allen's request. And maybe have more information on
We want to try to invite him again, maybe, to the meeting.
who Allen, yeah, I would reach out to invite him.
See if he's
Yeah,
interested.
I'll reach out to him requesting you to view the area that he wants to do this, and then I'll request him to attend our next meeting in September.
Okay.
And you'll find some green information.
Yeah, I have it all filed, so
Okay.
I'll bring that in. And maybe, we'll see how the next one goes, but maybe we can invite the people from Russell. Because they've got an actual, private cemetery green burial program.
Do you think you could reach out to them?
Yeah, I can reach out to
Apply
them.
to see if they could attend this meeting
Yeah.
or something?
I'll make the invitation to them, and then, they come, they don't, they go.
Maybe they could give you more of a
They give us more of a breakdown and more information. So, and the other thing that we should be able to close up is the Title V issue. For the next,
You have more info.
yeah, hopefully. Okay, any other questions? Okay, if not, we adjourn this meeting at 19:26 or 7:26.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion made to adjourn, motion accepted.
We are adjourned now.